Hi there, beautiful soul. Welcome back to Healthwise for Seniors, the place where timeless elegance meets everyday confidence. I'm so glad you're here, because today, we're about to change the way you see one of the most underrated pieces in your wardrobe, the simple, everyday t-shirt. Now, I know what some people might be thinking. T-shirts, after 60, aren't they just for house chores, gardening, or walking the dog? But here's the thing, what if the very item we've been treating as too basic is actually one of the most powerful tools for effortless elegance? Think about it. A soft, well-fitted tee, when styled with intention, can become your secret style weapon. Not just comfortable, but quietly stunning. Not flashy, but deeply refined. Especially in summer, when we crave lightness, in fabric, in movement, and in spirit, the t-shirt becomes the perfect canvas for your personal style to unfold. In this video, we're not just talking outfits. We're exploring how to pair that humble tee with wide-leg linen pants, Parisian skirts, bold accessories, and subtle color palettes, all while staying completely age-appropriate, endlessly flattering, and uniquely you. So before we dive in, I'd love for you to take a moment, hit that like button, share this video with a friend who's rediscovering her style, and don't forget to subscribe to Healthwise for Seniors. Your support means the world, and it helps us create more thoughtful content for women who know that grace doesn't fade, it deepens. Ready? Let's open your closet together and reimagine what a t-shirt can do for the radiant, powerful woman you've become. The humble t-shirt, soft, familiar, and often overlooked, is, in fact, one of the most powerful pieces in a mature woman's wardrobe. For women over 60, it's not just about comfort. It's about confidence. It's about grace. It's about reclaiming something that was once seen as casual and making it quietly elegant. In a world obsessed with constant reinvention, the t-shirt remains steady, timeless. And when styled intentionally, it becomes more than just a basic. It becomes a canvas for the story of the woman wearing it. Comfort without compromise. There's a misconception that comfort means compromise, especially in fashion. But the truth is, the most stylish women over 60 I've ever met knew how to strike a balance. They didn't sacrifice elegance for ease. Take Linda, a 68-year-old former art teacher from Santa Fe. She told me that in her retirement, she swapped her blouses for soft cotton tees, but paired them with tailored linen trousers and a delicate turquoise necklace. She wasn't trying to impress anyone. She just wanted to feel like herself, grounded, beautiful, and quietly bold. It worked. She looked stunning not because of trends, but because of how she wore it, with intention. Fit and proportion matter more than ever. The fit of a t-shirt is everything. For women in their 60s, it's less about hiding and more about honoring your shape. Choose slightly tailored cuts that skim, not squeeze, the body. Avoid overly baggy shapes unless balanced with slim pants or a structured skirt. Opt for V-necks or boat necks. They elongate the neckline and add softness to the face. And remember, a slight front tuck or a gentle knot at the waist can define your silhouette without trying too hard. It's not about looking younger. It's about looking refined on your own terms. Color speaks when you don't. Neutral shades like ivory, blush, sand, and soft olive green have a way of reflecting light beautifully on mature skin. They're calming, flattering, and versatile. Mary Ellen, 64, from Charleston, shared how switching from her old black tees to soft cream and warm peach completely changed how she felt. People said I looked rested, she laughed. I hadn't changed anything else. Just the shirt. Color is emotional. Choose tones that lift you, that warm your skin, that feel like sunlight on your shoulders. A t-shirt becomes elevated when styled intentionally. You don't need designer labels. What you need is taste. That's what separates style from fashion. Here's how I've seen it done beautifully. A white tee tucked into a pleated midi skirt, paired with nude flats and a straw bag, perfect for a Saturday farmer's market. A taupe tee with wide-leg linen pants, gold bangles, and tortoiseshell sunglasses, museum day in DC or lunch with old friends. A charcoal gray tee layered under a lightweight blazer with cuffed jeans and low block heels, casual, but composed. Accessories matter. A silk scarf at the neck, a vintage brooch, even a structured handbag, these small touches elevate the entire look. Style comes from within. You can always buy clothes, but style, that's earned. And for women over 60, that style comes not from trying to chase what's trending, but from knowing who you are. There's a quiet magnetism in a woman who wears a t-shirt like she owns it, not because it's fashionable, but because it feels right. She doesn't need to shout. Her presence speaks for itself. If you're a woman over 60 and you've overlooked that plain t-shirt in your drawer, maybe it's time to see it differently. It's not just a basic, it's a blank canvas. And you, more than anyone, know exactly what to paint on it. When in doubt, go back to the classics. A crisp white t-shirt paired with either structured linen pants or a graceful A-line skirt is one of the most foolproof, age-defying combinations a woman over 60 can own. This isn't just about style, it's about ease. It's about waking up on a warm summer morning and reaching for something that feels like you, polished, effortless, and timeless. Why it works so well. The white tee acts as a blank canvas, soft, breathable, and calming. It brings light to the face, softens the overall look, and provides endless styling options. Pair it with linen pants, and suddenly the look becomes grounded, minimal, and quietly confident. Linen adds a natural texture that breathes beautifully, especially in warmer climates like California, Florida, or Texas. The structure of the pants helps balance the casual softness of the tee, creating a silhouette that says, "I care, but I'm not trying too hard." Swap the pants for an A-line skirt, and the whole outfit leans into feminine ease. The skirt floats around the hips, giving movement and grace. It's flattering on most body types, especially for women who want to feel free but not exposed. Add a pair of low sandals or ballet flats, and suddenly you're ready for brunch in Savannah or a stroll through the botanical gardens in Portland. Details that make all the difference. Here's what separates a stylish look from an average one: the finishing touches. Tuck in the tee slightly, either fully or just at the front. This small move helps define your waist and elongate the legs. Add a thin leather belt in tan or ivory if you're wearing pants. It instantly sharpens the outfit without overwhelming it. Throw on a wide-brimmed hat or silk scarf if you're going outdoors. It adds personality and sun protection in one move. For jewelry, think minimal but meaningful. Small hoop earrings, a delicate chain, or a vintage watch. A real-life example. Gloria, 72, from Santa Barbara, once told me this pairing saved her wardrobe. She used to struggle with dressing up for casual lunches or community events. Everything either felt too young or too stiff, she said. One day, her daughter gifted her a fitted white tee and some dove gray linen trousers. "I wore them with my old pearl studs and simple loafers," Gloria recalled, "and I swear, 3 people asked me if I'd had a makeover. It wasn't a makeover. It was a rediscovery of how simplicity, when done right, becomes elegance." Fabric matters more than ever. At 60+, comfort is non-negotiable, but so is quality. Choose high-quality cotton tees, preferably with a bit of stretch or weight. Avoid anything too sheer or overly synthetic. They cling and often highlight areas you'd rather keep subtle. Linen pants should be lined or thick enough to avoid transparency. A drawstring or elastic waistband can work, as long as the cut is clean and straight. When you dress in breathable, natural fabrics, your body feels free, and your confidence follows. There's an art to wearing oversized t-shirts, especially after 60. Done right, they can feel liberating, modern, and incredibly chic. Done wrong, and they risk swallowing your frame or looking sloppy. That's why pairing an oversized tee with something slim-fitting like skinny pants or a pencil skirt creates the perfect harmony. Structure meets softness, comfort meets intention. The power of contrast in proportions. At this stage in life, it's not about hiding your shape. It's about creating balance. Oversized doesn't have to mean shapeless. It can mean relaxed, graceful, unbothered. But the key is contrast. A flowy, draped tee worn over sleek black skinny jeans instantly feels contemporary. Add a pair of pointed flats or ankle boots, and you've got a city-smart look that works for lunch with friends or an art gallery opening. The contrast draws the eye upward, elongates the body, and brings focus to your posture, accessories, and smile. Or take a charcoal oversized tee tucked just slightly into a high-waisted pencil skirt. Suddenly, you have a high-low combination that's equal parts comfortable and tailored. The softness of the tee tempers the polish of the skirt, making the outfit feel less corporate and more creative. The elegance of movement. One of the hidden gifts of oversized tops is their movement. As women mature, the relationship we have with our bodies changes. We appreciate room to breathe, fabric that drapes instead of clings, silhouettes that flow instead of fight. But the secret is in anchoring that movement. Skinny pants, whether they're denim, pant knit, or slim linen trousers, act as a grounding force. They define the leg line, give the body a sense of direction, and keep the look from appearing too floaty. The same goes for a pencil skirt, which hugs the hips just enough to restore balance to the ensemble. It's this push and pull of softness and structure that creates elegance. Not one or the other, both. Styling tips that refine the look. Don't size up too much. Oversized should still fit in the shoulders. Let the drape come from the body of the shirt, not from a poor fit. Slightly tuck the front hem of the tee into your waistband. Even a ½ inch can add definition and polish. Roll the sleeves up a notch or two. It shows the forearm, which adds length and breaks up the bulk visually. Choose bottoms in solid, darker tones like navy, slate, or olive to create a clean line and elongate the silhouette. Accessorize with structure, a crossbody bag with defined edges, a statement cuff, or low-heeled loafers to sharpen the look. Real lifestyle. Evelyn from Chicago. Evelyn, a 67-year-old retired interior designer, swears by her oversized cotton tees. "I used to avoid anything loose because I thought it would make me look bigger," she told me. "But once I learned to pair them with my dark straight-leg jeans and wear a bold necklace, I looked and felt 10 years younger." She even mentioned getting compliments from younger women at her local coffee shop. "It's not the t-shirt," she laughed, "it's how you own it." That's the essence of this combination. A celebration of ease, grounded in intention. There's something undeniably youthful, yet completely ageless, about a softly knotted t-shirt. It's one of the simplest styling tricks, yet it makes a world of difference. Tying a gentle knot at the waistline helps define your shape, add dimension, and inject just the right amount of playful charm into your outfit. And the best part? It doesn't try too hard. For women over 60, this little touch isn't about looking younger, it's about looking alive. It's about showing the world that style doesn't fade with age. It adapts, softens, and refines. Why it works: when a t-shirt is left loose, it can sometimes appear boxy or shapeless, especially on smaller frames or curvier bodies. By tying the front or side hem into a knot, you create a soft cinch that draws attention to the waistline without clinging too tightly. It brings balance to the overall silhouette and enhances proportion, especially when paired with high-waisted trousers, midi skirts, or culottes. Even a loose knot at the back can work wonders. It subtly gathers excess fabric, creating structure without bulk, and brings an intentional, styled feel to even the most casual tee. How to do it right. Go soft, not stiff. Use lightweight, breathable cotton tees that have enough drape to knot without bunching. Placement matters. A knot just off-center feels relaxed and flattering. Too high and it looks forced. Too low and you lose the definition. Match the vibe. With a flowy skirt, go for a gentle side knot. With tailored pants, a small front knot works best. Tidy or tousled, both work. You can twist and secure the knot tightly for a clean finish, or leave it slightly loose for a breezy, effortless feel. What it pairs with best: linen wide-leg pants. The knot adds shape where the pants flow, creating a flattering yin-yang effect. High-rise jeans. A front knot meets the waistband perfectly, showing just a touch of curve without revealing skin. Maxi skirts or A-line skirts. The knot adds lift to the top half, balancing out the volume below. This trick is especially useful for those days when you feel your outfit looks nice but flat. A simple knot brings energy back to the look and to how you feel in it. A story from real life: Margaret in Oregon. Margaret, a 66-year-old landscape photographer from Eugene, shared that learning to knot her tees changed how she viewed her entire summer wardrobe. "I used to feel frumpy in t-shirts," she said, "but now I just tie a little knot, add my leather sandals and a big straw hat, and suddenly I feel like I belong in a lifestyle magazine." She's not wrong. That small act, casual, easy, and completely personal, transformed her entire relationship with everyday clothes. It's not about being trendy. It's about being intentional. There's something undeniably poetic about a tucked-in t-shirt paired with a flowing maxi or midi skirt. It's the kind of effortless elegance that calls to mind the cobblestone streets of Montmartre or a slow morning at a Parisian cafe. For women over 60, this combination isn't just stylish. It's a quiet celebration of movement, freedom, and femininity that matures with grace. Why it feels so Parisian and so right. The French have long mastered the art of looking put together, without ever appearing overdone. This outfit formula is a perfect example. A simple, soft t-shirt tucked gently into a romantic skirt, paired with ballet flats or strappy sandals, and finished with a straw bag or silk scarf. What makes this look sing is its ease. The t-shirt grounds the outfit in comfort, while the skirt brings softness and flow. When the two are combined, they create a silhouette that moves with the body, never stiff, never static. At 60 or 70, that sense of natural movement becomes even more beautiful. Your presence isn't forced, it floats. The styling is in the details. Choose skirts that drape, not cling. Think pleated chiffons, airy cottons, or lightweight linens. They dance with the breeze, not against it. Tuck the tee in lightly. You don't want to lose the waistline, but you don't want it to look tight or restricted either. A soft front tuck is often all it takes. Keep the t-shirt classic. A clean white or cream tee works best, though soft blush, pale gray, or muted sage can also create a romantic palette. Layer simply. A denim jacket draped over the shoulders or a lightweight cardigan tied around the waist adds a touch of practical chic. This pairing works beautifully for weekend markets, summer concerts in the park, museum visits, or just those days when you want to feel like the main character in your own story. A story from life. Claudine from New York. Claudine, 70, retired from publishing and living on the Upper West Side, told me about her first trip to Paris at 55. I remember watching a woman on Rue Clerc, silver hair in a loose bun, wearing a white tee and a floral skirt that fluttered as she walked. She wasn't trying to be young. She was just being. I never forgot it. Now Claudine wears a similar outfit every summer. She said it makes her feel timeless, not trendy, and that's what I want now. The feeling it evokes. This look isn't about turning heads. It's about walking through your day with soft confidence, the kind that doesn't announce itself but lingers, like the scent of jasmine on warm evening air. A tucked-in tee and a flowing skirt say, I'm at ease with myself. I don't need to impress anyone, but I still show up with beauty for me. That, in many ways, is the most Parisian thing of all. Pairing a soft t-shirt with structured culottes is one of the most sophisticated ways to play with texture and proportion, especially for women over 60. It's not just a style choice. It's a sensory experience. The smoothness of the cotton or modal tee against the raw texture of linen, chambray, or canvas culottes creates a look that's quietly rich, dimensional, and full of personality. It's like composing a piece of music. The tee is the melody, smooth and simple, while the culottes add rhythm and grounding. Worn together, they form a perfect harmony of softness and strength. The beauty of mixed textures. At this age, style becomes less about following trends and more about cultivating depth. Texture plays a crucial role in that. A slightly silky or jersey knit t-shirt in ivory, blush, or soft charcoal instantly feels elevated, almost luxurious against the skin. Pair it with culottes in crisp linen, cotton twill, or raw denim, and you introduce contrast, not in color, but in feeling. That contrast catches the light differently, moves differently, and creates subtle visual interest that no print or embellishment could ever replicate. It's refinement through restraint. Why culottes work so well for women over 60. Culottes are a dream silhouette for mature women. They offer the coverage of a midi skirt with the practicality of pants. They're forgiving yet stylish, and when tailored well, they move gracefully with every step. The wide leg opens up the lower half, balancing the torso. The mid-calf length draws attention to the slimmest part of the leg. A high waist with gentle pleating can flatter the midsection without feeling tight or restrictive. When paired with a simple tucked-in tee, culottes bring structure and presence to the look, turning a basic outfit into a style statement. Style tips to elevate the look. Play with neutral tones. Try a soft cream t-shirt with oatmeal-colored linen culottes for a monochrome moment that feels modern and serene. Add a structured belt. A woven or leather belt at the waist helps define your silhouette and gives a polished edge. Finish with elegant flats or espadrilles. They complement the breezy volume of the culottes while keeping the look grounded. Don't forget accessories. A bold earring, a straw clutch, or a chunky bracelet adds just enough personality without overwhelming the outfit. This ensemble is perfect for art exhibits, casual garden parties, coastal vacations, or even everyday errands when you want to feel effortlessly styled. A style moment, Teresa from Austin. Teresa, 64, is a ceramic artist who spends her days between her garden and her home studio. She told me her go-to outfit is a dove gray t-shirt tucked into wide-leg beige culottes, paired with clay-stained espadrilles and a sun hat. "I love how the soft top contrasts with the sturdiness of the pants," she said. "It feels like me, gentle but grounded." That's the magic of this pairing. It doesn't scream, it whispers, and those whispers, they speak volumes about who you are, what you've lived through, and how beautifully you show up for yourself. Accessories aren't just additions, they're punctuation marks in your personal style story. And for women over 60, they offer something far more powerful than trend. They offer identity, memory, presence. When styled thoughtfully, a simple white tee and trousers can transform into an editorial-worthy look, all thanks to a silk scarf, a pair of sculptural earrings, or retro-inspired cat-eye sunglasses. The silk scarf, effortless elegance in a square. Few accessories speak sophistication like a silk scarf. Whether tied gently around the neck, looped through a handbag handle, or worn as a head wrap, a scarf instantly adds texture, color, and polish to any outfit. For mature women, a scarf also becomes an intimate expression of self. The print might remind you of your travels, your favorite season, or even your mother's old drawer of delicate things. A pastel floral scarf with a tucked-in t-shirt and wide-leg linen pants brings softness and feminine charm. A bold, geometric print paired with culottes adds artistic edge. Tie it loosely at the collarbone or let it drape from the nape. Both suggest confidence, not convention. Statement earrings, framing the face with intention. Large earrings aren't about being loud. They're about drawing attention to where the story begins. The face. Drop earrings in matte gold, brushed silver, or tortoiseshell elevate even the plainest tee. Pearl hoops or sculpted resin pieces add a touch of whimsy and sophistication. For women with silver or salt and pepper hair, a contrasting earring, soft green, navy, or coral, can highlight your natural coloring in surprising, beautiful ways. These aren't just accessories. They're declarations. I've lived. I've earned my sparkle. Cat-eye sunglasses, retro chic that still winks. The cat-eye silhouette, dramatic yet refined, works especially well for women in their 60s and beyond. Why? Because it combines structure with sass, elegance with personality. A black or tortoiseshell cat-eye frame gives edge to soft outfits, balancing femininity with boldness. Paired with a straw hat and scarf, it becomes pure Riviera elegance, no passport required. Even in the simplest look, white tee, jeans, and ballet flats, these glasses offer just enough glamour to say, I still turn heads when I choose to. A real moment. Jeanette from San Diego. Jeanette, 69, told me she wears the same plain white cotton t-shirt 3 times a week, but never the same way. Monday with a cobalt scarf and wide-leg pants, she says. Wednesday with chunky rose, quartz earrings, and a pencil skirt, and Saturday with my big cat-eye glasses and a pink lip. She smiled, then added, I call it dressing in layers of who I am. That's the beauty of accessories. They allow you to shift mood, tell stories, and reclaim elegance on your own terms. Color isn't just about what you wear, it's about how you feel in it. And for women over 60, embracing a palette of soft, neutral tones is one of the most graceful ways to project confidence, ease, and timeless beauty. Shades like ivory, blush pink, and warm beige aren't dull, they're deliberate. These colors don't shout for attention. Instead, they invite it in gently, warmly, and with quiet authority. Ivory, the soft light that flatters every skin tone. Unlike stark white, which can sometimes feel too harsh or clinical on mature skin, ivory offers warmth without sacrificing brightness. It reflects light in a way that softens facial features, enhances natural glow, and complements silver, blonde, or salt and pepper hair beautifully. An ivory tee with linen trousers or a flowy midi skirt becomes the foundation for endless elevated outfits. It's the kind of piece that whispers refinement and never goes out of style. Add gold jewelry for warmth. Pair with camel or taupe for monochrome elegance. Layer under soft gray or blush outerwear for dimension. Blush pink. Feminine but never frilly. Blush pink, soft, powdery, and almost translucent, carries with it a sense of serenity. It evokes tenderness without weakness, and when styled well, it can be incredibly powerful. On mature skin, especially those with warm or neutral undertones, blush brings life back to the complexion. It softens sharp lines, smooths the mood of an outfit, and adds a touch of gentle romance. A blush t-shirt tucked into high-waisted beige culottes feels like modern-day Paris. Pair with rose gold accessories, soft suede shoes, or a nude lip to stay within the same emotional color family. It's also the perfect layering piece under a white linen blazer or cashmere wrap. Warm beige and sand, nature-inspired sophistication. These earthy tones, think Bicot, desert sand, oatmeal, ground an outfit without dulling it. They reflect a connection to nature, simplicity, and depth. On mature women, these colors create a sense of relaxed elegance, as if you know exactly who you are and don't need embellishment to prove it. Beige tones are also extremely versatile. Combine with white and blush for a soft, feminine trio. Pair with olive or navy for contrast that still feels balanced. Add a straw bag, tan loafers, or wooden jewelry to bring out their warmth. The emotional power of neutrals. Neutral tones work beautifully not just because they flatter, but because they feel calm. They reflect an inner clarity that only comes with time. They're not about making a loud entrance, but about creating lasting presence. Wearing neutrals isn't about playing it safe. It's about playing it smart, allowing texture, silhouette, and personal energy to take center stage. From real life, Susan from Vermont. Susan, 65, used to wear bright jewel tones for years. Until one day, her granddaughter gifted her a soft ivory tee with a handwritten note. "Because you already shine, Grammy." That tee became her favorite. She wears it with sand-colored trousers, a pale pink scarf, and her grandmother's rose gold watch. "I realized I didn't need color to feel alive," she said. "I needed softness and a little light. Style doesn't age, it evolves." And the t-shirt, in all its simplicity, is not just a basic garment. It's a blank canvas, waiting to be shaped by your stories, your mood, your memories. Especially after 60, when you're no longer dressing for trends or approval, but for expression, ease, and joy. You don't need to chase fashion to be stylish. In fact, the most elegant women I know over 60 have one thing in common. They've learned to use simplicity as a statement. A white tee can say more about confidence than a runway piece ever could when it's worn with self-awareness. A soft, well-loved t-shirt doesn't erase your years. It celebrates them. It says, "I've lived, I've loved, and I still choose beauty every single day." You can pair it with linen pants and a silk scarf for brunch on the patio. You can knot it over a floral skirt for a summer garden party. You can layer it beneath a blazer for a casual meeting, or wear it untucked with culottes for morning walks in the park. But what makes it truly powerful isn't the way you style it, it's the way you feel in it. Do you feel present? Do you feel honest? Do you feel like yourself? If yes, then you're doing it right. At this stage in life, you're not starting over. You're refining. You're no longer editing who you are to fit into fashion's box, you're expanding the frame. So take that t-shirt, white, beige, blush, striped, or soft gray, and make it yours. Let it reflect your rhythm, your pace, your wisdom. Let it become the gentle brushstroke on the canvas of your evolving story. Because true style never asks for permission. It simply shows up, comfortably, gracefully, and unapologetically yours. And there you have it, 13 elegant, easy, and deeply personal ways to wear a simple t-shirt this summer. Not because trends told you to, but because you chose to see beauty in simplicity and style as a reflection of who you truly are. If there's one thing I hope you take away from today's video, it's this. You don't need a whole new wardrobe to feel refreshed. You don't need to dress younger to look radiant. You just need to see yourself, fully, kindly, and clearly, and dress in a way that honors that version of you. A white tee isn't just a white tee. It's a gentle reminder that even the quietest pieces can tell the most powerful stories when they're worn by a woman who knows her worth. So tell me, which of these looks felt most like you? Was it the romantic skirt and soft tuck, the wide-leg linen trousers and bold earrings, or maybe the playful knot at the waist? I'd love to hear your favorite in the comments. Your tip might just inspire another woman watching, someone who needs a gentle nudge to rediscover her light. If this video made you feel a little more inspired, a little more confident, please give it a thumbs up, share it with a friend who deserves to feel beautiful, and make sure you're subscribed to Healthwise for seniors. Because elegance doesn't fade, it evolves. And your story is still unfolding, one outfit, one moment, one gentle choice at a time. Thank you for being here. I'll see you in the next video, beautiful soul.